Hello everyone, welcome to another video from the Creator Metaphysical Store. So this video is kind of bring y'all up to speed on everything that's been going on in my life. I'm not gonna really bore you too much with the details, but just the general gist of it. I'm gonna see if some viewers are gonna come on. I know that Shirley was on earlier, so she's probably gonna come on in a bit. So let's just give it a few minutes. Excuse me. And while I wait for people to come in, I'm just gonna grab some ice cream. I see one person came in. Is that you, Shaylee? I know this is super unhealthy, but I thought um that's me. Okay. This would be a nice treat. Maybe chili isn't fine. Well, let me get things situated so I can. Bring up to speed. Okay. So, what has been going on in my life? So, I got evicted from the Aristocrat over let's just say, I got evicted from my old apartment at the Aristocrat, but I feel like the spirit was protecting me. Besides, I knew it was time to move. So I applied for a place in Fayetteville, but I kind of like it was very interesting because I feel like I was supposed to come to Little Rock just to learn some physical 3D material world kind of skills, because I know that I was definitely lacking in the physical department. Like I had my spiritual, and I'm very in tune with my emotional, mental, and spiritual state, and I've really done a lot for the spiritual, and then done a lot of healing towards my mental and emotional well-being and health. But I never really so much took care of the physical that much. And I feel that I was meant to be here in Little Rock because I just I got this apartment, and it was very interesting because I was doing a reading for a client slash friend, and I channeled Archangel Metatron for this individual, and I feel like Archangel Metatron did an activation for that particular individual, but I also feel like he did some energy work on me. And when he did that energy work on me, it was almost like my energy shifted and they called me. Like this apartment complex that I had called, I had actually forgot to apply for this particular apartment. And what ended up happening was they called me to see if I was still interested in applying. And mind you, this was the only apartment complex left. Everywhere else is pretty much full. Okay. When it comes to HUD housing and all that, right? So I took it as a sign to like apply for this place. And so I did. I got approved. I'm here. Though it's taking me like almost all my check now. I have to pay like 60%, which is like $754. That's including the $20 processing fee that they charge for like the um for rent, and then I have to pay electricity on top of it. And I still pay my phone bill, I still pay my Wi-Fi bill, but where was I going with this? So yeah, that all stuff happened, and then I got a job. So what I did was when I first moved into this apartment, it was like I moved in here on March 9th, and mind you, my door number is 21, which equals the number 3. The month was March, which is a number 3 again. So 9, 12, and 12 plus 3. Like, there's just that 369. Like, I can see the connection. So I definitely feel like I was supposed to get this apartment. And it's really ironic that my mailbox is the number 13 as well. Which 13, 369 are my thing, okay? Like 13 is, I always associate that with the goddess Hecate. Like that is my sign for the goddess Hecate. And so I felt like I'm supposed to be here. But recently, ever since the eclipse, and I did some energy work to remove, I had almost made the same mistake. And it's so interesting because I feel like this same pattern was through all of my previous roommates, but I never truly got the message. You know what I'm saying? I didn't stand my background. I didn't, stand in my power, my truth. And so I had this other individual that was my coworker. And I originally thought that he was trying to really help himself and I was going to offer a hand up. Okay. And so he ended up breaking some of my rules and I kicked him out that following day. And long story short, I had to clear that energy out, and I feel like I broke a pattern. Um, one of the main things I learned was that I can't offer help if my cup isn't full, if my foundation isn't solid, you know. And this, if I would have let this person in, it would have been the same. I just would have repeated this for a fifth time now. So I broke that pattern. I did a cord cutting thing, ritual, and I feel really good about that. And then soon after that, my neighbor. Now, mind you, my neighbor. I'm in the Bible Belt, right? And I know that they sound very much Christian like. And what ended up happening was one of them didn't really understand my cultural beliefs. Now, part of my cultural beliefs is that we believe that undead souls, particularly animals that have died from unnatural causes, that their souls are at peace, and when we find one, we do our part to like help them put them to rest, right? Um, I had brought home this dead cat that was hit by a car, and I feel I remember like bringing the cat home. Um, I explained to them why I had the cat, but they were just thinking that I was a witch, know that I did voodoo, whatever, that I did black magic, and all I was just doing was trying to bury this cat because, like, mind you, when I hold dead things or like anything, I can pick up on things, and I knew that it was still confused. I felt like it was like, where am I? You know, like I felt that energy, and I wanted to help it. Yeah. Um. So as I was saying, um, long to make a long story short, this person got physically irate and emotionally unstable with me, to the point where he was branding machete and was throwing some stuff at me. It was really crazy, and so um, I remember having to call the cops because I was so afraid that he was going to attack me from behind. And so I ended up burying the cat, you know, away from the house, and you could just see the fear in his eyes. He truly thought that I was gonna that I was gonna put some dark spell on him, and it's completely crazy. Cause like I would never do that, not without like a good reason, and not without using all of the light first. I try to use the light first, but if that don't work, I then go to darker spells, like because I'm just trying to protect my energy, protect me. You know, I don't ever throw around that dark stuff without a reason to. You know what I'm saying? I can, but I don't. I don't just hex people for no reason. I don't do a karma spell for no. You have to done something to me to get me to have me do that to you. And I would use all the light first before it gets to that point. And if the dark don't work, I then do the chaos part, and that's it. It's very frustrating because a lot of people don't understand that. Yes, I'm very different. I don't follow any particular dogma or practice. And that's what makes it, I guess, hard for me to interact with people. Because most people don't understand that. So to make a long story short, for the past couple of days, I don't know, I haven't seen today, but I know getting to say Tuesday, so Monday, Sunday. Let's see, Saturday was the incident. That Saturday evening, I heard him in front of my front door saying, "What the hell this stuff is?" Now, mind you, I had put a note on my door and I told them, "Leave me alone. I'm going to be out of here by June 31st. I don't want to deal with you. Just leave me the hell alone," right? And I closed the door, right? And, you know, they were just talking they were just gossiping, but it was like the stuff that they're talking about me was just so inaccurate. It's basically they were making up stories about me. They were making up their own assumptions. And then later that night, I remember hearing him, the guy that got physically irate with me, and he was by my front door. Mind you, I was tired, so I kind of just fell asleep. And I remember waking up Sunday, getting ready to go to work, and I find that my stuff on my door is missing. So I go and look, and well, actually, I lied. No, let me backtrack. I didn't really notice that it was missing until I went down the stairs and I saw it there on the first floor. And it was all jangled up, like banged up. You could see how it was like bent inward. Like this was definitely the work of someone who was destroying my stuff and harassing me and was really angry at me. And like, how could have gotten from my door, which is on the second floor, to the first floor? You know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and put the stuff in. Later that evening, I put the stuff back on my door and try to fix what I could, because it serves as my security system. The stuff have hanging like bells and stuff, that's still like claim, So I know someone entering my house without my permission. You feel me? Plus, it serves magical and spiritual purposes as well for me. Um, so that Sunday, Monday, and I find that I get home from work Monday, and I find all my stuff again janked up. Now, I already talked to management. I know that they said they're putting in a petition to move me to a different apartment, and they said if it happened again, to call the cops and make a report. So it happened again, and so what I did was I simply called the non-emergency number, filed a report, and I have to call Monday, next Monday, to get the report, a copy of it, and to um, see if I can like talk to the. I then would have to talk to the prosecutor's office and simply inquire about pressing charges because this is turning into a hate crime against. Because the whole point of it, like he didn't understand my religious and spiritual practices, so he's becoming very agitated with me. I saw it wash my front doors, and at first it was fine. And then a few before Saturday, so starting Thursday, he was coming at me sideways, so to speak, trying like telling me to stop. Now, mind you, that's another part of my culture custom because we sweep and wash our front porches to sweep away and wash away any energy that may be that we may have brought to our homes, or like you had a person over and you just didn't like how their energy was, so you just washed it away, and sweep that salted and swept it away. And so like I don't know, it we were fine, and then it was like after this eclipse on like the full moon, tonight, like it just been all kinds of crazy. And I know for a fact this is the spirit's doing because I know that I actually felt all this month that I needed to move. So this is just like I think the spirit's way of saying, yeah, you are needing to move. You don't need this apartment anymore. Go on, get out of here, so to speak. Now, mind you, I think I want to say love on my end. I don't know where this other guy is on his end, but I do know that we definitely both have talked about moving in, and we definitely like are on the same page of like we both want to be. He wants me, and like I love how he's wanting me to be self-sufficient, independent, and that's what I'm striving for. So it's like he's definitely someone who's very compatible. He's a Virgo, and I'm a Gemini. So it's like very much on Earth, and mind you, Taurus to Virgo. So he's a very deep Earth elemental energy, you know. So it's like he always tends to bring me down to Earth. It's almost like I'm here, airy, creative, but every time I'm talking to him, it's like I'm in the moment. It's so beautiful, and I really love him for that because he like really brings me down to Earth, And so we have had multiple discussions. He's offered me to move in, so I'm going to move in, and it's going to really help me with my financial aspect. So, with that being said, but I am going to keep the no, I lie. Let me no. We did. He said to like give a 30-day notice or something. It's like 30-day or 40-day, and to end the lease, which I ended up doing. And I just checked today, and I feel like because I did that one lesson, the cup, the half full thing. Unevolved Virgos. Oh, well, that's interesting. At least your emotions are more stable than some because Earth is a solid element, and so with it being in your moon and it's rising, it's definitely like show. I don't know. It that shows that you have stability, I guess. Um, where was I? So yeah. Anyway, but I'm fourth on the waiting list for the Fayetteville one, which I've been telling you guys all about that. Yeah, I also have a Pisces Sun, Venus, Descendant, and Lilith. Interesting. Um, so I find it interesting that all this happened, and then I'm moving in with this person. It's like we have this like definitely mutual attraction for each other. Um, I was originally eighth on the waiting list for from January, February, March, and I find it very interesting that when April comes around, I just called them today, and I'm fourth in line. So I feel like the lesson with that coworker, that old coworker of mine, I feel like because I learned that lesson, it like really propelled me. Now I did discuss it with my boyfriend. I would say he's my boyfriend, but I don't know if he wants me to say that. But my significant other, and we talked about this, and I told him that I do want to go like when if I get approved for this Fayetteville apartment, I would really like to move there just so I can use the resources up there, and because there's the driver simulator, and I know if I can ace and master the driving simulator, I'll be able to drive a car and get my license. And with getting a car and a license, I'll be able to to wean off the Waffle House job because I have a job at Waffle House and do a lot more Renaissance fairs and a lot more of those activities, and thus creating a deeper network and a clientele for my candles, my soaps, my deodorants, um, shampoos, metaphysical and religious items, XYZ. And I'll be able to like really promote my store with that. And then in the meantime, between weaning off the job, the Renaissance, I'm also gonna do DoorDash and that sort of thing. That way I can make extra money on the side to pay for things that I need. And Scorpio Moon, Saturn and Pluto. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much what's going on my end. So I wasn't able to yet set up the room, the reading room for here. So I guess it's gonna all shift over to the new place. Now, it kind of sucks, but I won't be able to do personal readings at the house. But I can definitely do house calls or video calls or things like that. So you can still do online readings with me or energy workings. It just won't be in person anymore for a while. Okay. I hope that's okay with you guys. Um, yeah, so I wish you guys the best of luck on your journeys. I am pretty tired. It's actually 1:43. So I'm gonna go and lie down. I did like two energy workings like back to back. Yeah. And I'm gonna chill for a little bit, maybe watch a few anime, and yeah. I wish you guys the best of luck on your journey. It's good to see you. I'm glad all is good. It was bumpy in the beginning, but now it's starting to level out. One other thing that I want to say is, as you guys know, I don't know if you guys know or remember, but the link for my website is down only because I did it on purpose because I'm putting stuff on there and it's been really slow because I'm adding like the shampoo. Like it's gonna be a little shampoo. It's gonna be a tab where it'd be like spiritual shampoos. I haven't thought of a name for the brand just yet, but it's gonna be something about cleansing and purification. I already know it. Um, why am I getting clean vibes? And but it's like there's gonna be a tab which is gonna say spiritual shampoos, and of course, all my shampoos and are gonna be have physical properties but also spiritual properties. So, for example, I'll have the shampoo. It's gonna have tea tree oil, eucalyptus, peppermint, anise extract, or anise oil, depending on uh, how I make it. And then it's gonna have rose petal oils, and it's going to have at the bottom of the bottle, it will have the a rose quartz tumbled heartstone or a tumbled stone, a green aventurine, a amethyst, and a clear quartz for that one, for example. Or I might have one soap and that one's called the the green goddess. Okay, and then I have like a very sunny one, like one really for positivity. And it's gonna be scented with orange, lemon, and orange, lemon. What was it? Orange, lemon, and sunflower. Um, it's like how do I want to put this? It's not the Lay's, but it's the oil, and it's like sunflower oil, like the scent of the sunflower, with orange and lemon oils as well. And it's gonna have a carnelian stone in there, a citrine stone in there, and again a clear quartz, and last but not least a sunstone. And that's gonna be called Sunny Days. This is just to promote positivity, creativity. Um, you can use it for your sacral chakra if you're trying to really connect with your sacral chakra. There's gonna be other ones they'll have like multiple purposes, so they'll be used like chakras, but also like for astrological. Like this is gonna be like very versatile soaps, but they're like like the Gaia one or like Sunny Days. There's gonna be one for emotional healing and childhood, like healing trauma shampoo, and that one's gonna be made with mugwort, with lavender, mugwort oil, which is gonna be I'm gonna have to use olive oil to absorb the mugwort. So it's gonna be a mugwort oil with an oil soluble, and it's going to have lavender oil, lemon oil, and peppermint oil. Okay, and it's going to have a black Dalmatian jasper stone, a snowflakes obsidian stone, an amethyst gemstone, and a clear quartz at the bottom with a lephidolite or a rose quartz. And that's what's going to be in it. So there's going to be that one's going to be really it's probably going to probably um scent it like I do the childhood trauma soap, which is snickerdoodle. So it's gonna have this very snickerdoodle kind of scent to it. Because I know like Christmas, it kind of brings like, childhood memories for most people. So um that's how that one's gonna smell, and it's gonna be um I haven't figured out a name for it, but its intention is to heal trauma. And then I already have one for just called Love, and it's gonna be made with rose oil, rose quartz, and a lephidolite stone. It's gonna be beautiful, like I already know it. And then I have like a money shampoo that I'm gonna have that's gonna be scented with oregano oil and cinnamon oil. And it's gonna be so good. Like I already know how these things are gonna smell and they're gonna sound. I mean, like smell and like how I want them in my head. But I might have to extend the deadline a little bit because I want to make sure I have like an example because I'm gonna take pictures and stuff. So anyway, so that's one of the things that you'll expect is you'll see like my shampoos. Now I'll have to unfortunately price those. They'll be at it's 25 for just the soap, the shampoo. Okay, but because of the crystals I put in here, I'm gonna have to charge. I want to say I haven't decided, but I really want to. I feel 75. But at the same time, I want it to be cheap enough for you to have access to it. Okay. So if you guys feel that $75 is unreasonable, let me know. Okay. But I feel like 75 is pretty reasonable because I'm getting 25 for my time. Because I not only like make the shampoo, like I put energy into it. Like I do energy work. Like this is a spiritual shampoo, you know? So it takes a lot out of me, and that's why I do the 25 for my time and energy, the 25 for just the shampoo products in and of itself, like the ingredients, and 25 for the crystals. I think that's pretty reasonable. Yeah, like I will not like just sell you some cheap stuff. Okay, I will make sure it is of the highest quality. Actually, part of the theme for my store is truth, authenticity, and love, and with the spirit in the center. So, like, I want it to be authentic. I want it to be of all natural ingredients. Like, I want it to be so all natural that there's no extra chemicals or anything in it. You know, I will try to make the less ingredients, the better. That's my thing. You know, that's how I want it. I want the less ingredients, the better. But like, if that makes any sense, like, I want to make sure that it's real, not some chemical based synthetic stuff, you know. Um, I don't know if I ever added the jewelry to it, but as you guys can see, I make jewelry. Okay, I also sell those. Now I sell these. The base price is 25, but then it's depending on the beads as well, the gemstone beads. And so it's technically 25 for the base, 25 for my time and energy, and then if I need to add a few dollars, because it might depend, because some crystals are a little more expensive than others. Like Moldavite's really expensive. So um, and sometimes I make like witchy charm kind of like necklaces. Like this one has a mirror to help you reflect black magic or whatever anyone's projecting towards you with malachite and on black onyx to transmute, and then the malachite to transform the energy. I would have loved it if I was able to get like some amethyst and maybe some clear quartz. Amethyst I use a lot for the violet fire. So yes, I'm going to get a copper one from you when I am able to. Oh, okay, thank you. Um, but yeah, so I'm also going to be starting to sell. Um, Spirit was telling me that they were telling me I can still do the candles. I make candles. For I'm actually gonna be charging for my candles 25 for my handmade candles. The ones that got I mix and I mix with the fine grounded herbs, gemstone crystals. I decorate the top with like gemstones and charms and stuff. Those are what I call spell candles, but I just say intention based candles. And these candles are the same recipes as my soap recipes, but instead of soap base, it'll just be beeswax and wax. But Spirit actually guided me to do something a little bit cheaper on my end while still providing the same effect. So instead of me putting the herbs in the and crystals in the candle for you, what Spirit has guided me to do, this is a change in the product that was originally designed, like I was gonna make it, but now Spirit's like saying you don't need to do that anymore. We know that you've been struggling financially. This is a way for you to still provide the same product with the same effect, with the same energy, just in a different way. So what they're wanting me to do is to purchase like these kind of like 7-day candles with the different colors. And what Spirit's wanting me to do, so you're still getting an attention based candle, it's just you're going to receive a pouch with all of the herbs that you've wanted for your intention, all of the crystals in another pouch, and if you wanted charms, there'll be charms in there. Like it depends on your choice. And it's gonna have a list and explaining why I chose these herbs, what their intentions are known for, and da da da. You know, so it's gonna be like a little scroll where it's like you see the different like, oh, I see he chose black pepper because it's for banishing, and I didn't want to banish negativity in my home. I see why he chose sea salt to help me cleanse my home. On top of banishing, he's helping me cleanse my home. Oh, he's got sage. Like, you know, you can like see like the list of herbs and like automatically know, and the crystals, and know why I chose them for you. So you're still getting an attention based candle, but they're just going to be in a different form just until I can get more financially abundant. Not that I'm not financially abundant right now. I just feel like I need to be a little bit more, so I have a little bit more wiggle room to buy beeswax and wax again. So we're basically, you're getting still the same intention based candle. It's just going to be a little different, okay? That's another update for the store in and of itself. And I will also have, I don't know, I think I have it on there, but there's like a list of like Psalms 23 candles, nomination candles. So there's a list of candles, and it's like amazing. Like I know what I'm bringing to the table for humanity, and I'm so excited for when it does finally bloom. Man, I know that I'm going to help so many people. And I also will be starting to make and sell herbal tea blends because I just took an herbalist class, and unfortunately I misread the thing. I took an herbalist class, but they didn't give me a certificate at the end of the completing the course. So I think I just bought an herbalist class, but I didn't, it wasn't like a certification class. So I have to like pay whatever I need to pay for another class, but for certification, because I want to be a certified herbalist. I really do. I love working with plants. I love working with herbs. I love working with crystals. Okay, I'm making a point to um, get a certification in herbalism. But I have taken an herbalism course like this, like it's legit. Um, so, but it just like I have to get a certificate. Like I have to do another course to get the certification because I thought that it was going to come with this class, but it didn't. So, but I don't know who. Wait, that were. Oh, so I've been fighting a couple of deaths. What was it? Okay, honey. Like I'm just gonna do some cleansing real quick. I banish thee, return to sender, the death spells that were casted upon thee. Threefold manifest, so might it be, in the name of the goddess Hecate. I will let Karma handle this energy, return it back to sender, so might it be. Now all you need to do is make sure to stand in the mirror tonight and just say the affirmation, nothing can harm me, nothing can stop me, for I am a powerful being, and my love and light will transmit any darkness into light and love. Like something like that. Okay. Because I was getting like the mirror thing and the instructions. That's what I got from your spirit guides for some reason. Um, so no, yeah. Oh, and another thing, guys, I'm actually writing 3 different books. One is called Cooking with Intentions. It's a kitchen witch kind of book where I have like a bunch of my kitchen witch recipes with the various intentions. I have a section where I explain about like, oh, like with the spoon as you're stirring, like your spoon is your wand. You're stirring in your kitchen. I go over the 5 elements in the kitchen. So I give a list of herbs both for magical and then I'm adding like a medicinal section and then I give like I think to remember. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much it. And then I have a practical magic book that I'm writing, but that's more of like spell works and things that I've used in my life. I felt it immediately. Thank you. Thank you, Hecate. You're welcome. Oh, by the way, guys, my name is Alethea now. I went through so many journeys like Aya and mushrooms, and I got confirmation that I am who I think I am. That is the goddess Alethea. So I'm going by my goddess name now. It is nice to meet you guys. Know that I will no longer go by Hecate Oak the Dracker Fae. I will still keep the old Instagram and everything so there's no confusion. But know that I will introduce and always say, hey, it's me, Alethea, da da da. So yeah. Um the other thing that I wanted to bring up was the third book. The third book is more basically my research and my observations about the world around me, but from a magical perspective. Oh, you're welcome. Um, so yeah, the one that's kind of like it's called the Ramblings of the Mage or the Magician. I haven't figured it. I want it to be like the ramblings of like the research and ramblings of the mage. I'm not sure if should go with the mage or the magician. I'm gonna figure it out. But it's basically like my research and those things that I found and my path and what I've been doing and things that I've noticed about the world and how it works from my magician's perspective, if you will. And this is just sort of like more of a guidance book. Like this is what I found to work. Hopefully it'll work for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a really cool book. Um, I like the mage more. That's what I was thinking too. Um, but yeah, I kind of want people to kind of look at my like I want to select a few people that were willing to read my 3 books in order to see if it's engaging, if it's informative, and if you think that it's got plenty of pages, because I don't want to just give you a short book and it's like 10 to 5 pages. Like, is that it? I want it to be enjoyable and lengthy, just because it's more not common. Yeah. Anyway, are there anything else that you guys want me to do? How have y'all been? How have y'all been doing? Chaley, I recognize you on here, but do I have you on a Facebook or Instagram? Oh, and guys, in case you don't know, I do have a TikTok now. So do follow me on TikTok. Sure. Sure, yeah. Let me get the cards. What did you want to know? Well, can you message me on Instagram? I have like so many people that I follow and follow me. It's just I forget I basically forget who's who, you know. So message me on Insta tonight, okay? Um, actually can I'm gonna end this live stream and I want to do your reading in private. Okay, I'm actually gonna answer that here now because they're saying yes and no. Your interactions aren't quite finished yet. There's still some final things that you need to wrap up. This is a soul karma, a deep soul wound that needed to be confronted. Daniel is acting as a reflection, and then your future self comes in. So yeah, um, the unknown card is reversed. So this is something that you do know and are aware about in the present moment. With the curiosity reverse. So this is definitely not something that you don't know about to some level. And then yeah, like it doesn't. It sounds like yeah, clarity. Okay, got it. So overall, like this is definitely a karmic energy here. Not really meant to be love, but it was like to kind of bring things to your awareness so that you can face and heal and step into a new and beautiful version of yourself. Because I kind of see you like you're old and it's kind of like you being. I see a bird and it's like a hawk, but it's like you're being reborn and becoming this hawk energy. This fierce, strong, protective, like I am that goddess. Don't F with me. Yeah, energy. And this is the reason why it hurts is because you're going through a rebirth. And as we know in pregnancy, when the women give birth, it's very painful. That's what this is as well. Yeah, I wanna say um I want to say like this. I think you already kind of know. I mean, these cards are pretty much telling me. Do you kind of already know the answer to the question? But did I answer your question correctly, or to your liking? I guess. It's interesting because they're making me feel how like sometimes you try to hold in your tears and your emotions, and they said to let it out. You need to cry so that you can empty your cup of his energy. Okay? You need to cry, do it. No. Meaning the word narcissist. Is he a narcissist? Yeah. I'm hearing the words, it is sunshine on a cloudy day. So it's like there is a silver lining, there is a ray of hope, there is solace in that. Yes, okay, what's done is done. I've learned my lessons. Let this be over with. So it's like the silver lining is the fact that you learned your lessons. And I feel like there's gonna be deep reflection involved. Hmm. Yeah. So you're gonna need to actually reflect after you fully let him go and get rid of him from your life. There will be a period where you're gonna reflect and integrate that the growth. Like you got rid of him, you stood your ground, and therefore the wisdom. So you're integrating the wisdom. And then after that, This is a beautiful card. You'll be in your highest alignment. So go ahead and get rid of that dude now. Because then, yeah, the interest rates came reversed. They're done talking. Because as soon as you get done with this, you're going to be so in alignment with your highest vibrational timeline. Things are going to manifest so easily for you. It's going to be amazing. You're going to become this probably become this confident, beautiful, amazing person. But like, you ain't going to tell me what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like you're definitely going to be this positive point. Positive being. What does it say? No, it's not about you being a good person anymore. It's really about like, okay, what is the lesson here? What did I learn? Integrating the lessons of like this person. What did you just cut from you? Things like that. And it says it's pointless. It gives me nothing but pain. Well, I'm starting to hear that. I'm gonna have to let you guys go. I'm getting really tired. I wish you all the best of luck on your journey. Kisses, hugs, and love to all of you beautiful, amazing souls. Magical blessings until next time. Mwah. Shaylee, please message me on Instagram tonight so I know who you is on Instagram because I would like to give you a private reading free of charge. Now, of course, if you want to do a love, not really up to par. So I want to really go into depth and like really help you with this. So yeah. Hey, mwah. Kisses, guys.